Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this day's edition of Come and See here at SSJ at Home. We've had a theme this week. On a Tuesday of this week, we talked to, or I guess Wednesday of this week, we talked to Melissa Alexander with the Cub Scout program that SSJ hosts. Today, Paul Goulden is the Scoutmaster with Troop 204, which is the chartering organization for the Scouts USA Troop 204. It's kind of difficult, I guess it is, to make that transition from Boy Scouts to Scouts USA. So we're going to go with Boy Scouts for the purpose of this conversation this morning. Paul, thanks for giving us some time and telling us a little bit about the troop and what all it does at SSJ.
Yep. So the Boy Scout troop is for boys between the ages of 11 and 18. What we do is we are part of the Boy Scouts of America, or formerly known as the Boy Scouts of America. And, I think a lot of people are familiar with what the Boy Scouts have done in the past. Nothing has really changed from that. The Boy Scouts and our troop in general are motivated into providing an opportunity for boys to do scoutcraft, keep themselves physically fit, morally straight, and mentally awake. And that's part of the Boy Scout oath. And so we do a lot of different things. First of all, we do scoutcraft. That's the basic scouting type of activities that you think about: the camping, the outdoor cooking, the knot tying, the lashings. And then we also, as you progress a little bit further into the Boy Scout program itself, you get to move into more leadership type of activities, and where the boys begin to develop leadership skills. That being said, when you come and see what our troop does, you'll notice that, first off, that it's completely led by the boys themselves, and providing guidance are the adult leaders like myself, the Scoutmasters and the assistant Scoutmasters. But all of the activities, all of the planning, all the campouts are really done by the boys themselves. And you'll see as they grow along the path, as they come in as a young scout, the older scouts will teach them kind of how to do the scoutcraft, but along the way, they're also examples of leadership that the younger boys begin to understand how to provide leadership and organization going forward in their lives that they can take outside. So in addition to all the camping and scout skill stuff, we do go camping once a month. We try to go camping once a month. And then in summertime, we go to a summer camp, which is a week-long camp. And then for the older boys who are 14 and above, we go to high adventure camps, places like Philmont, the Northern Tier, or Florida Sea Base. And those are where the boys get to go backpacking for 12 days way out in the back country, in the mountains of the Rocky Mountains. Then we have service projects. We do a lot of service projects for the church, and we also do service projects at least 2 or 3 times a year for the community. Our primary one that we do is the Scouting for Food program, which we support the St. Vincent de Paul Society at the church in February, where we go out and collect food from the community. We also have done other things where we've cleaned up the grounds of the church. We've provided service at the donuts on the weekends, but also a lot of the boys, as you get to the Eagle rank, which is the highest rank, are required to do a service project. And so we've recently done cleaning up potato vines off of the green belts within the woodlands. We've had one boy who built a butterfly conservatory on one of the ponds on Lake Woodlands in Gosling there. And we've even had boys who have built gaga ball pits or buddy benches for some of the elementary schools in the area as well, to provide that kind of service. And then finally, we start talking about the kind of the spiritual piece to it, and why it is one of the ministries here at the church is it is a very important aspect. And one of the points in the Scout law. The 12th point is to be reverent. And so the boys, we do have boys who are chaplains, and they learn to provide some of that moral support to the other boys during campouts and during troop activities. But more importantly, we also work on some religious emblems that are associated with the Catholic faith. And most of our boys today, there are 2 actual Catholic awards that can be awarded, and the majority of our boys have earned both of those awards.
How has Troop 204 been affected by the pandemic this year? Have you had to change anything?
We did. So when the pandemic happened, we went silent for a couple of months. But in the meantime, we started a plan to do it virtually. And so we were holding virtual sessions. Our troop meetings were virtual for a couple of months. We also held a merit badge classes. So some of the awards that the boys can work on, we worked on virtually. But now we're back. We're actually meeting at the church every Monday night. We meet from 7 until 8:30 on Monday nights in Domek Hall. And we've gone on a few campouts already. We're on our 3rd campout. Will be in 2 weeks' time already for this year, and we'll continue to be business as usual for us going forward.
If someone wants their son to sign up and be a part of Troop 204 in the middle of the year like this, is that possible? And if so, who and how do they need to contact?
Yeah, so our registration program, it's a year-long program. So you register once a year, but it doesn't mean you have to start when we do our registration. Our registration is from December to December. However, you can join anytime you want. And when you do, you just come by during one of our meetings on a Monday night, and we can get you set up with our register person who's there, and they can get you the proper forms, or you can go online and get the BSA application and then bring it to us during one of the troop meetings. Now, I would highly recommend that before you kind of make that decision, unless you really, really know that you want to be a scout, come on by and see what we do. And, every troop is a little bit different. I think our troop is one of the best troops in the district. But come on by, see if your son flanges with our boys and likes what he sees, and then you can sign him up.
Paul, thanks for joining us and telling us a little bit about scouting at the church. We appreciate your time and talking to us today.
Great, thanks, Jimmy.
Paul Goulden with Troop 204 at St. Simon and Jude. Thank you, everyone.